Welcome back, phenomenal boxers, to another phenomenal boxing breakdown. We are going to be breaking down Roy Jones Jr. and his ability to be able to trap his opponents. Without further ado, Roy Jones Jr. versus Thomas Tate. We're in round one. This is a minute and 20 that we're in here. Now, we're going to watch a couple things. We're going to watch how Thomas Tate responds to Roy Jones Jr. in just a couple of takes here. All right. So, all I want you to do is just watch Thomas Tate, which is this gentleman right here. All right, if you don't know, this is Thomas Tate. Right here is Roy Jones Jr. Okay, just want to make sure for people that don't know that you know. So here we go. Let's look at his responses. We got to bend at the waist here, bending at the waist again. All right, bending at the waist again, bending at the waist again, bending at the waist again. All right, so let's look at this. Okay, now when people bend at the waist, many people use it for many different reasons. Whether it's to bend at the waist and crash and smother an opponent's punches, it creates a weird angle for someone to punch and actually hit you. What we're gonna watch is how Roy Jones Jr. turned this thing into his very own demise for Thomas Tate. How he basically was able to use the bend at the waist for his advantage. All right, let's back it up a little bit here. Let's go through it nice and slow. Here we go. All right. So Thomas Tate isn't fully bending at the waist, but he's already going downward. So what do we have here? Lifting him up. Okay. So the first part of a trap, if we have a person bending at the waist, the first option is one of the options is being able to lift them up. And that normally happens with your uppercuts. We want to bring their body up so that way they're more of a target versus less of a target when a person bends at the waist. So that's what we have as one. Okay. Let's continue. Bend at the waist again, like we've been talking about. All right, we have control over the head. Roy Jones does, and Tate has a little bit of the shoulder. Can't bend at the waist if you have control of the head. If I have control of the head that you see here, this is what Roy Jones has right here, has control of the head. That's a bad color. Hold on. All right, we have control of the head here. Any shot that he tries to throw from here isn't going to be as effective. Nope. Left hook, do a left to the body. Now, for the sake of it, can't really see it, so I'm not going to try to break that part down. But we have a bending at the waist, and what are we doing? Lifting him up. So we're seeing the strategy happen again of lifting him up. Just barely missed on that one. Maybe scathed the nose a little bit, but once again, same concept. The fact that Roy Jones is fast, so fast that I can I can slow down to 0.25 and this man is still moving quickly is amazing. All right, next part is getting control, posting, framing. The people have many different ways of describing it, but essentially I am limiting how my opponent can move. And that's what you're seeing here. So when we look at this, change my color. This right here, right around the neck. This one's right around the shoulders. And we're pressing down. So if their opponent is using bend at the waist and they're trying to smother and you have your hands available, press down. Why? Because again, this makes it a lot harder for your opponent to be able to move left, right, forward, back, up. It just puts more stress on the spine. You put more stress on the spine, you make the punches weaker, and it exhausts the opponent over a period of time. So we like that. Who doesn't like an exhausted opponent, right? So notice how he's trying to push off. Thomas Tate is using a whole lot of energy against Roy Jones's body weight to push up. Now, notice the subtle shift that just happened there. Let me back it up if you missed it. So we have both hands here while Thomas Tate is trying to press, right? Roy Jones noticing this. Off this press, watch this subtle shift. Boom. Notice how he used the right hand. Notice how he used the right hand here to push Thomas Tate this way, right? And now we're having the left hand to help push that way as well. So we're pushing him in the other direction. Why would we want to push Thomas Tate to his right? Why would we want to do that in this case? Why would we want to do that, y'all? Here, because we want to lift him up again. That's right. That's right. Right. We couldn't have thrown that body shot. So for some of you guys that would have thought the body shot, this would have been something I thought about too. But obviously, from what Roy Jones can see, let's look at what this man can see. He's seeing what we seeing. Boom. That arm is there. So we're not getting that right to the body. We're not getting that. But the lane to the head, we can throw that uppercut. We can either hit him there or he's going to lift up. Either option is best for us. This is how you trap your opponent, is that you are giving them options and they have to choose the lesser of two evils. They get both evils, not just one. They get both. Continuing. So you lift up now. Tries to go back down. Roy's like, no, I need to lift him back up. And what do we have? We have this left hook that lands. Thomas Tate almost gets this jab, but this one surely lands. This left hook surely lands here. So this is after lifting him up for the second time, and then right before he goes down, boom, we hit him with a hook. So you guys can see it, right? Yeah, that one kind of just scaves off the neck by Thomas Tate. And now we're continuing. Mm, lift him up, throw the hook. All right. Before he can bend at the waist again, we hit him with another hook. He bends down. So at this moment, at this very moment, Thomas Tate cannot see. Why? His eyes are down here. Roy has perfect view of everything here. So, we obviously have the body here. If we want to lift him back up, we can lift him back up. We have options now. His options, Thomas Tate, are limited. His hands are here. His hands are here. He has to be able to lift from his spine to get back up for there to be anything for him to actually throw. All right. A little bit more. Oof. Golly, this man's crazy. Look at this control of the head again. Y'all see it? It's right there. It's right here. Boom. Like, nah, I want you to go back down now. So then I can run you right into this right here. I can run you right into this. Simple. Missed. Missed. Both fighters missed at this point, but we see the strategy and we see the trapping. So, key points that I want to conclude with, right? When it comes to trapping your opponent, that is being aggressive, that's bending at the waist, and they're trying to either smother your punches, right? Either press down, right, and framing and posing, lift them up with your uppercuts, and then once they are up, you're using your hooks to be able to catch them on the side. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one.